Some very good friends of ours, some great fans of the band, the boys from ASIO, they always come along with their cameras and their cassette players, and they get all the press clippings and they write little stories of, about the band and stuff, because they're really, really into it and that. And they got big files on Redgum, about that high, and they get up on our files to get to yours.
Hi everyone, episode 333 of the Adelaide Show Podcast comes out very shortly. John Schumann's our guest. John? You know John from Redgum and other. Do you like it when people say that?
I could live without it, to be perfectly frank. I was with Redgum for 10 years,
yes,
and I've been with the Vagabond Crew for 17, but I'm known as the bloke from Redgum.
Okay, well I'll just have John Schumann here. And
two,
this is
two ends.
Yeah, that's two ends. That is two ends.
What are you, a doctor?
I am. I'm studying to be one by a whiteboard. Here's the thing. This is what we're going to talk about in this episode. Okay, so we've got a song.
Right. Yes.
We have an issue.
All right.
That's an S, see, yes. Two S's.
Yes.
And in here is, I think, what we call the protest song. Is it as simple as that?
Yeah, I'll buy it.
You'll buy?
Yeah, buy it.
So this is what we're going to be talking about in this. How do you get from there to there and making this worth listening to?
Well, the first thing you do is a Venn diagram.
I did realise it's a bit ironic, doing a Venn diagram for a guttural protest song. All right, I failed there. Forget the Venn diagram. Do you just spew forth words and then the song follows? Or are you just angry? Is it anger? Does anger fuel the writing of a protest song?
I think so, yeah. Anger and frustration.
And that's just an outlet then?
Yeah, it is. I mean, sometimes I'm angry and frustrated and no songs emerge, which is, very disappointing.
Right.
Particularly for my publisher. But often, if the burr under the saddle is annoying enough, I'll certainly...
Right, that's that put grain of sand and the pearl.
Yeah, absolutely.
So song and issue. So I suppose if it wasn't a protest song, then that would be love, and you'd have a lovely love song in here. Do you think there's a chance for me to teach theory of music with this approach?
No, I think absolutely not. I think you'd be pissing up a rope. But do go on.
No, that's fine. Let's just finish. What's a protest song that resonates deeply with you? If you thought back, if someone had to get themselves ready for this podcast, what would be a song or two to listen to? Either that you've written or you've listened to.
Oh God, where do I start? Look, I think one that I would recommend people listen to if they haven't stumbled across it is a song by Jackson Browne called Lives in the Balance.
Oh, no.
You don't know that?
No.
Okay, so Lives in the Balance. Now, Jackson Browne was carved out a career, from the west coast of America, singing songs about love and strewing caraway seeds around the canyons of his mind. He was the high priest of that. And then at some point in time, he did an album called Lives in the Balance, and the title track demonstrated absolutely accurately, and to my unbounded joy, that he discovered that he could turn his talents to improving the world in which he lived.
What was the thrust, the theme of that song?
It was really about the United States wars. There was sponsored for political and economic advantage in South America.
Okay, so that's USA, protest song.
Other people who finally can't take anymore, and they pick up a gun or a brick or a stone, and there are lives in the balance. There are people under fire. There are children at the cannons. And there is blood on the wire.
Another one to finish off with? Perhaps one of yours?
Perhaps the one I wrote with Shane, Times Like These.
Okay. And that is a frustration about, let me see if I get this right, because if not, you'll probably remove my right to play the interview. Ultimately, it's about how no one's caring or paying attention to things these days. We've lost the care factor and the attention to what's going on. We're lost in our little bubbles.
Absolutely, we are locked at home, watching Netflix on our home theatres, and we are not out in the pubs and the clubs, surrounded by people who believe the same things as us. I think that's the first thing. And the second thing is times like these is really about, like a deep musical regret that battles that we thought we had won in the 80s are still there to be won.
Yes, like the Franklin River.
Absolutely.
All right, John Schumann, thank you.
Steve, a pleasure.
Episode 333 comes out, and when you listen to it at a pub, gather people around you, make it communal, but you'll be going through a few drinks because it's about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Thereabouts.
Adelaide.